Get started in 3, 2, 1.
초대 초대 초대
On this big fun boat? If not, could I interview you for my space cast? Goes into space. You know what? I'll just set up my drones. Should I just follow you? Okay, we're going over here now. That's great. We're going in here. That's great. That's great.
초대
A little explanation.
girl
Oh, we're starting. Great. Magic is what I am. The reason that meditation is so important in magic is because whatever we fasten our attention on, that's the direction that our energy is going to flow in. So when you're doing magic, you want to keep your mind as single-pointedly focused on whatever you're trying to accomplish as possible. So that's what meditation does. Change your mind, you know, so it's not thinking going all different directions and dispersing energy.
Right. I know you're talking about it. Books on magic. I mean, I scroll like, wow. But Jesus, he sure comes across as somber sometimes.
He does. And it takes forever to sort of crack open what he's saying. You know, you gotta learn so much other stuff before you can even begin to understand what the hell he's actually talking about a lot of times, because so much of it is written in a kind of code.
Ooh, yeah, I've noticed that. Valuable stuff gets lost in the code. It's like they're trying to protect you.
초대
No? Way more stuff.
Well, yeah, and the reason for that is because, you know,
Sure
when
did.
you're talking about Eastern traditions, Eastern paths, most of these practices are set up to lead you to this state of what they call
thank you.
magic we call crossing the
Oh.
abyss. Eastern traditions are focused on doing that over a period of several lifetimes. Magic is like pouring jet fuel on that process. It aims to accomplish it in one
no
So what you're trying to do is cram several lifetimes of spiritual and energetic experiences into one. And that can be a little overwhelming sometimes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And is that Tantra? That reminds me of Tantra. It's
Yes, Tantra actually plays a huge role in certain aspects or certain traditions of magic, like the WTO, you know, which Crow was the head of.
I noticed the other one name
Zen Buddhism, yes, it was the tradition that trained the samurai in ancient Japan. Prison.
Stop.
Come back and forth from Japan to the prison.
초대
And, you know, I said meditation for years. I did not get as much out of years of
Should I?
Eastern practice as I did months of ceremonial magic. I
이렇게
think part of that, they're both learning at the same thing, but whenever we, especially someone coming from my background, you know, just poor white trash from Arkansas who has no connection to, you know, any Eastern tradition at all. I had to learn that stuff from scratch. So it was like learning an entire different language.
Good.
Whereas magic is with Western iconography, symbolism, things that, you know, we've grown up having shoved into our psyche from the second we came into this world. So I think part of us, some really deep internal part, responds to it a lot quicker than it does the Eastern traditions.
Oh, right. I've heard different versions of what you're saying. That's cool. For example, like let's take Ganesh, you know, like, or no, maybe Hanuman, for example, you know, the monkey god. It's like, this is a very powerful symbol, but how many of us have had any real experience with monkeys?
Yes, we didn't have many monkeys in Arkansas.
Not too bad. I love them. They are annoying, though.
Those are some bad fish. You know, I don't have very many friends just because magic is my life.
For sure.
I do this for hours and hours and hours a day. This is not something that I do as like a hobby or, you know, something on the side. This is the focal point of my life. That's what I realized. That's why I wasn't miserable a lot of times when I was in prison.
Yeah.
It's because even in there, in a hellish situation, I was doing what I was put here to do, which was magic. That alleviates a lot of suffering.
And if you jump ahead too far, you can really blow your face off with this stuff, so to speak, right? What are the roots of magic?
You know, magic, ceremonial magic, what we call high magic, originated in ancient Mesopotamia, somewhere around 3,500 BC. So it is uniquely Western. You know, that's not entirely the West, it's more the Middle East, because it originated in a part of the world that would now be, you know, present-day Iraq, in a city called Nippur. What happened, the way it happened in Europe was whenever the Templar were sent over there to, you know, escort pilgrims through back and forth from the Holy Land to make sure they're not attacked by bandits, things like that.
Your cats are really talented.
Well, thank you. The Knights Templar come in contact with this current. And when I say current, what I'm talking about, you know how in Buddhism, like Tibetism, they talk about, what's the word they use, empowerment?
Sure.
You know, it's like a current of energy
Yes.
that's passed along from master to student. Ceremonial magic is the exact same thing. The Knights Templar started receiving this current whenever they were over there. That's how it makes its way back to Europe. Eventually, it makes its way to the United States through the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which was the order that Crowley was a member of before he, you know, went off to the OTO. You had McGregor Mathers, Dion Fortune, the poet W.B. Yeats. All of these people